Have you ever stopped to think that we might be losing entire species every single day without ever realizing it? There are animals that vanish from the face of the earth without a trace, and in many cases we never even knew they were here. But what if I told you that some of these creatures we've already written off as extinct might still be alive? Today we're diving into jaw-dropping footage of animals once thought lost forever, only to show up on camera when no one was expecting them. So buckle up, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. Most people know lobsters as a luxury dinner dish, but there's a rare version out there that looks like it came straight from a sci-fi movie, the blue lobster. This isn't just a color variation, it's a genetic miracle. The odds of finding a blue lobster are about 1 in every 2 million. Seriously, discovering one of these is like hitting the jackpot in the underwater lottery. Its electric blue color comes from a rare protein mutation that changes how its shell pigments work. And get this, it only stays that bright blue while it's alive. Once it dies, it turns red like all the other lobsters. So if you ever find one of these rare beauties, best to leave it in peace. One of the most incredible specimens was discovered just recently, and marine biologists were blown away. Experts believe their numbers are going down, so every sighting is basically treated like spotting a mythical creature of the ocean. Some aquariums even offer to adopt these rare lobsters just to keep them protected. Finding a blue lobster isn't just rare, it's downright legendary. For over 100 years, scientists believed the night parrot was gone forever. Native to the remote outback of Australia, this elusive green-feathered bird seemed to vanish sometime in the early 1900s. And here's the thing, it had only just been discovered before it disappeared, so we knew almost nothing about it. Its behavior, diet, how it nested, all a total mystery. Then in 2013, a wildlife photographer captured a photo of a living night parrot. The world went crazy. Conservationists rushed to protect the area, limit human activity, and monitor it for more signs of life. Fast forward to now, and experts estimate that about 50 night parrots still exist in the wild. That may not sound like much, but for a bird that had been declared extinct since 1912, it's pretty much a miracle. The night parrot is now one of the most protected birds in Australia, and people are still trying to learn more about its habits. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes nature has a way of proving us wrong. Fairy tales, legends, fantasy creatures, everyone loves a good myth. But what happens when one of those creatures shows up on camera? A few years ago, someone hiking through an isolated mountain trail filmed what looked like a majestic white animal. At first glance, it seemed like a wild horse, but then the camera catches something unusual. A single horn growing from its head. That's right, what they captured looked exactly like a unicorn. Of course, there's been plenty of debate. Some say it was a horse with a deformity, others claim it was an elaborate prank. But here's the kicker, that area isn't known to have wild horses at all. That alone gives the sighting some extra weight. So what's the truth? Is this just a case of mistaken identity? Or have some ancient legends been hiding in plain sight all along? Whatever the case, this mysterious animal has left people wondering what else might be roaming the remote corners of the earth. For decades, the bronze quoll was missing in action. This carnivorous marsupial from Papua New Guinea was assumed to be extinct. No sightings, no photos, no clues. But then a motion sensor camera trap deep in the forest captured video of a small reddish-brown creature with white spots on its back. Wildlife experts quickly identified it as the long-lost bronze quoll, and the footage went viral overnight. This rare animal is about the size of a domestic cat, and its appearance is unmistakable. Despite a few modern sightings, no one knows how many are left, if any. The forests where it was spotted are remote and difficult to access, which makes tracking the species incredibly challenging. Some scientists worry that this might be one of the last surviving individuals. Others are more hopeful, believing there may still be small populations hiding far from human activity. In any case, the rediscovery of the bronze quoll proves that we shouldn't be too quick to write off what nature can do when we're not looking. You'd think a reptile named after a puppet with a growing nose would be a joke, but nope. The Pinocchio lizard is 100% real. First discovered in the cloud forests of Ecuador in 1953, this weird little lizard disappeared from scientific records for more than 50 years. It wasn't until 2004 that someone spotted it again, and the feature that stands out the most, a long, flexible horn on its snout that kind of looks like a mini unicorn horn, or, you guessed it, Pinocchio's nose. Scientists still aren't sure what it's for. Is it used in mating rituals? For camouflage? No one knows. In 2009, a special expedition set out just to determine if the species still existed. The team only found 5 of them. Since then, sightings have been few and far between, and any encounter with a Pinocchio lizard is considered a once-in-a-lifetime experience. This oddball creature reminds us that even in the age of satellite maps and Google Earth, there are still things out there that defy explanation, and maybe even logic. With their shimmering, metallic-looking skin, golden toads looked like they were created with CGI, but these glowing little amphibians were very real, and tragically, they vanished almost as quickly as they were discovered. They lived in an incredibly small area, only about 4 square miles, in the Monteverde cloud forest of Costa Rica. The males were especially eye-catching, glowing with a golden-orange color so bright it looked surreal. The last confirmed sighting was in 1988. By 1989, they were officially declared extinct. Just like that, gone. Scientists believe global warming played a major role in their sudden disappearance, especially since the forest's delicate climate is very sensitive to temperature changes. Others point to pollution or the spread of a deadly fungal disease. But here's the thing, no one really knows for sure, and that mystery has sparked hope among herpetologists that maybe, just maybe, some golden toads are still out there, hiding where no one's looking. We've all heard it, dinosaurs are extinct, and while it's true that the massive T-Rexes and long-necked sauropods disappeared millions of years ago, not every dinosaur was the size of a house. A strange video from a night vision camera in the middle of a dense forest shows something weird. A creature runs quickly across the screen, and its shape and posture look shockingly similar to a small raptor, like a baby velociraptor straight out of Jurassic Park. Of course, skeptics say it could have been a bird, a dog, or even a monkey, but others aren't so sure. The creature's long tail and 2-legged sprint don't quite match any known animal in the region. Is it a hoax? An optical illusion? Or is it possible that some prehistoric creatures managed to survive in remote corners of the Earth? No one has managed to record another video of it since, but the mystery remains and continues to fuel wild theories from scientists and conspiracy lovers alike. Seeing one of these birds alive was like spotting a ghost. The black-necked pheasant pigeon hadn't been officially recorded since 1882. That's over 140 years of total silence. Native to a remote, mountainous island in Papua New Guinea, this elusive bird was considered extinct for generations, until 2022, when researchers finally managed to film one for the very first time. The moment was described by scientists as like finding a mythical creature, and honestly, with its dark feathers, piercing eyes, and chicken-like strut, it doesn't disappoint. The rediscovery was a massive win for conservationists, and it sparked renewed hope that other long-lost species might still be out there, just waiting to be seen again. It's a reminder that extinction isn't always the end. Sometimes it's just a really long game of hide and seek. Imagine seeing a tiger with stripes so thick and dark that its whole body looks jet black. For decades, stories of black tigers were passed around in India, but no one ever had solid proof. That changed in 2020 when a wildlife photographer in the forests of Odisha snapped a photo that shook the animal world. A black tiger prowling in the wild. It's not a new species, it's a rare genetic mutation that causes the animal's stripes to expand and blend together, giving the illusion that the tiger is completely black. Experts estimate there are fewer than 10 of these tigers alive today. That makes them even rarer than white tigers. Some call them shadow tigers because they blend so well with the jungle. Seeing one in the wild is like winning the lottery of wildlife sightings, and only a lucky few have ever had the chance. A man was camping deep in the woods when he heard strange noises near a small stream. Curious, he grabbed his camera and went to check it out, and what he captured is bizarre. The video shows a tiny humanoid creature running awkwardly near the water. It's bald, between 3 and 4 feet tall, and moves like it's trying to stay hidden. The man swears it wasn't a monkey or any animal he recognized. He believes he may have caught a gnome on camera. Skeptics, of course, say it could be a person in a costume, a child, or even a trick of the light. But if you watch the footage closely, there's something undeniably weird about it. Real or not, the video has sparked endless debates online, and some folks now refuse to camp in that forest ever again. A man feeding fish at a lake near a military base came across something that looked like it swam out of a sci-fi movie. A two-headed turtle. Yes, not one, but 2 heads poking out of the same shell. And that wasn't all. It also had 4 front legs, almost as if 2 turtles had fused into one. This isn't a new species, but rather a rare mutation. Still, the fact that it survived long enough to grow to a decent size is what really shocked people. Some believe the location, right next to a restricted military zone, raises questions. Was it part of a secret experiment, or did nature just get creative? Either way, it's not the kind of turtle you see floating around your local pond. The red handfish might be the weirdest fish you've never heard of, and easily one of the rarest animals on the planet. Instead of swimming like most fish, this oddball walks along the ocean floor using its fins like hands. And yes, those fins look like tiny bright red palms. Found only near the coast of Tasmania, this species was believed to be extinct for years, until a few individuals were spotted recently. Current estimates suggest that only about 20 to 40 of them exist in the wild, and conservation efforts are underway to protect what little habitat they have left. The red handfish doesn't just survive, it strolls through life like it owns the seafloor. And honestly, that energy is kind of inspiring. And that's a wrap for now. Smash that like, drop a comment, and stay tuned, because nature's not done surprising us yet.